Hi guys, and welcome back to Binary Options channel. We are again and again gonna trade today, gonna see what our strategy gonna bring us. Today is gonna be the strategy with the 4 indicators. Not simple, not quite difficult, but just gonna see how it's gonna be for us and what we can learn from that. Let's go. So we start as always with all the indicators and with the period of the candles. I get some question about the periods on the candles, and you cannot switch it, freely without changing indicators, without changing the strategy. It doesn't work like that. So here we are choosing 15 seconds candles, and the key thing here, because it just fits for this exact strategy. And maybe I'm gonna make a few different videos with the candles. And sometimes I'm making it for 1 minute also. So here we added the moving average and the Keltner channel, and we're gonna add 2 more indicators. It's gonna be the Williams, and I am thinking that I'm using that for the first time and showing that for the first time. And the last but not the least is gonna be the shaft trend cycle. I've used that before, and 2 of these indicators below the chart, and we are gonna watch them for most of the cases, and again, all just set up. We are just observing the chart, observing that everything is perfectly fits, and this moving average, this blue line, showing us just the trend for itself along with the Williams, and it's actually more for the common trend here. And let's just see how it's going to be working for us in the first bet. So let's proceed, and I'm going to explain you a little bit more about the strategy here. So I made my first bet on a downward movement, and what we actually should be attentive to, this is the shaft trend cycle, and if it's orange and if it's showing us that we are falling, we are actually in many cases, we are paying attention for that. With the Williams, what we are thinking here's the 2 orange lines, and this is the common trend, the whole chart. And this green line of the trend, we actually don't mind it a lot when it's just in the center because it's too tricky. We are thinking about that only when it's crossing or closing to one of the oranges line. So let's see how it's going to work in this exact bet, and I'm going to tell you more about the strategy lately. So as we see here, it's just worked out, and with the moving average here with the blue line, it's not like, it's a little bit showing that it's rising, but we are not connecting that to the bet that we are making. Let's go next, and I'm gonna explain more about the strategy. So I actually just missed the point, but I was explaining that was our first profit, and we are about to be at the next profit. So the reason why I made again downward bet, it's with the Williams. It is just closing this orange line, and this is, the highest point. So we are expecting the break. And with the shaft trend cycle, again, it was at the highest peak, and we are expecting it's gonna fall. And plus, with this, Keltner channel, with middle line, the orange line, when it's just upper than the blue line, we are expecting also that it's gonna be a downward movement or changing. So let's see. And actually it's pretty tense, and it seems like that wasn't, that obvious or that correct. And if we are gonna be just here in time, and seems like we could have just a 0 or the loss, but we were correct, and that's amazing because that was pretty tense, and I was a little bit nervous. But with the whole indicators and the timing, and sometimes you may see this situation when if it's gonna be like 10 seconds more, I may lose, but sometimes maybe it's the luck or the feeling or something like that. But more of that, this is the strategy and indicators. Let's proceed next. And what we are gonna have here, I hope it's not gonna be that tense, because I was, with the feeling that I'm gonna lose all that I'm having, because I'm getting, and most of you are asking why I'm getting full bank in most of the cases. Maybe because firstly I want to show you that I'm pretty sure, but actually it's making your have smaller bets, smaller amounts of bets, and have the highest profit. So here again, we see that the Williams just crossing and this kind of support line that it's having, and we are expecting that it's gonna be the change, so we make. And here we are gonna have a result. And actually the main thing here, because with the all indicators, it's a little bit tricky here. It's not the perfect situation, to say all this is it. Here, the thing that I was minding, actually, the whole Keltner channel movement, it just looks like the whole chart, the whole situation are gonna be downward. So that's why we just made that bet. That's why we had our profit already. So, and let's just see if it's working with the all situation that we are having. I'm gonna get full bank again. And here, with the shaft trend cycle, we are expecting it to be falling. So this like a minute, it's enough. The chart is rising now, but we are actually expecting, that it's gonna be a little, and you are seeing actually that now. That was an upward trend, but it's gonna end, and we are playing on these changes of the trend. And these indicators are actually perfect for that also. So let's see. And as you may see, it just worked out. And again, shaft trend cycle was at the peak. And the Williams was about to cross, the support line. And we are having our first, then our next profit. No, that was just like that. And again, the Keltner channel are showing that we are falling. The orange line are above the blue line, and all of that just worked out for us to get these downward movements back. And so let's go. I am just, after the last bet, a bit confused, but that was, again, not lost, but just I am trying this strategy also sometimes, before and right into the videos that I am making. And here, actually, situation here is pretty clear. We are at the top with the highest peak of the chart, and we are expecting that it's going to be a falling. Maybe not that long, but it's going to be a falling, and along with this all indicators, seems like it's going to be a drastic fall. So we made our bets. We had like 3 bets, and we're going to check it out. So what we are seeing, Keltner channel showing we are going down, orange line above the blue line, and maybe it's not that drastic fall as it could be, because with the shaft trend cycle and the Williams, there is nothing like, it's gonna be just falling for a long time. But it was a fall, and it worked out just fine for this 1 minute period. That's enough for us. We are not predicting, and we are not trading here. I'm not showing like 5 or 10 minutes. It's quite different indicators, quite different strategies. So for the short time, it's more than enough. So let's make it the last one for us. And I'm getting all into what I'm having. So here, the situation is perfectly seen. The fall just started, and shaft trend cycle is orange. And what about the William? It just crossed the border. And what about the orange line of Keltner channel? It seems to be closing and crossing the blue line. So we are expecting, in that case, the drastic fall at 100%. So we are in, and we are expecting the last bets. So just actually already seen that it's perfectly worked out and it's perfectly working. And if you noticed, with this strategy, I used, I guess, all of my bets for a downward movement, because with all situation that I was checking, it's actually perfectly working on that. With the shaft trend cycle, with the, this green line and the upward movement, it's not that perfect. It's not that easy predictable. And with the Williams also. And with the Keltner channel and stuff, it just seems to me that all these bunch of indicators are perfectly working for this type of situations. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe I know not enough in that. But it's easier for me, and I usually just simplify all the strategies to get this more profitable than more, just like about the education or something truly complicated. So it's done for today. So it's done when it's done. And I hope you like that. I actually like the results, despite it was a little bit tense today. I had some situations when I was like nervous a bit more than usual. I hope it's not going to be for you in that way and you're going to be more tense up with the situation that you're choosing for trading. And as you know, you can text me, you can contact me, you can write me all your opinions below in the comments or in my Telegram or in my Instagram. And don't forget that I have a new page and I'm trying to, to make it as a blog, but I'm trying to. So all the contacts below this video or in my bio, and you know that I'm waiting for your feedback and responses. So we're gonna get for some more and stay tuned.